Can you believe it? Another season of Ultraman in the books.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it feels like only yesterday when we solved that Panku box and unleashed the 8 demons of the galaxy. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the UltraQuest podcast here on the Morphin Network, and we are here to discuss Ultraman Arc season finale, episode 25. Time to run, Yuma!
Hashide, Yuma!
And I have to say, this episode, will the creepypasta stuff ever end?
I don't know, because I was thinking the same thing as I was watching the episodes. Like, okay, we're doing more of this creepypasta-esque thing to where it's a dream, and then it's like, oh, you can live in this dream world as long as you say goodbye, Arc. But it's like,
yeah,
but I'm thinking to myself,
and even Sweet comes out of the TV like
the
days. What? So that's right, Yuma boy. 7 days before you have to go to Ultra Kingdom.
Yeah. So, but I'm thinking to myself, Yuma, don't give into it. It's not real.
The crazy part is he figured it out on his own in like 2 minutes. It's like, hey mom, hey dad, hey, don't forget breakfast. Oh, I'll eat some on the way to work. Oh, by the way, there's a news report. Kaiju suddenly disappeared. What a miracle! Wait a minute, this is a dream, isn't it? That's right, Yuma. 7 days. I'm like, you know, not a lot of like dreams would be so quick to confess to being dreams. Like, with Batman in Perchance to Dream, like they put a lot of effort to like keep Bruce from figuring out that he's in a dream. You'd think, Sweet would like double down on it and be like, oh no, it's not a dream, it's real. Your parents are alive, but your grandma isn't. What about my friends? Oh no, they were killed by Trigolos. But the point is, you're not an Ultraman. You're just a kid. How would I lie? Yes.
Fooled you.
Yes. Now tell me the secret password to your barrier. Okay. One, two, 3, 4, 5. The password is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the kind of thing an idiot puts on his locker. And then the president of like freaking Spaceball One's like, it's like, what's the password? Yes, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's amazing. I've got the same combination on my luggage.
No, sir, I did not see you playing with toys. Good. Man, Spaceballs was such a classic. Merchandising.
Spaceballs, the coloring book. Spaceballs, the lunchbox. Spaceballs, the breakfast cereal. Spaceballs, the flamethrower.
Oh man, the flamethrower one really hits it out of the park. Yeah, so Yuma gets a bunch of visions where it's like, oh yeah, no. Remember when your parents were underneath a pile of rubble? Turns out they survived. They just like crawled out of it completely unscathed. Oh, Yuma, my boy, you. Like I know it's scary, but like at least we're here. It's like, bro, I still know that it's you, Sweet.
Curses foiled again.
Yes. Well, would you believe me if I changed the color of my flannel shirt? No. Curses. But yeah, no, it's crazy. It's like how much doubling down are you gonna do? Oh, and there's another version of Yuma's dad who's possessed by a Rudion. So it's kind of like watching Man of Steel. You got to figure out which of your 2 Robin Hood dads you have to follow the advice of. One says use your powers and become a symbol of hope, while the other says No, don't use your powers to let a bunch of children die in a bus. Watch as he honors them both by using his powers and letting thousands of people die.
Yep.
Yeah, classic. But yeah, no, but but here's the difference. Super's just not enough. Yeah. So yeah, Yuma breaks out of his prison, his imaginary prison, only to find himself inside another imaginary prison where he's getting like trampled by a bunch of buildings. I like to imagine them getting revenge for all the kaiju fights. You destroyed that museum, and you destroyed that warehouse. How dare you destroy that high-rise building?
Mm-hmm.
We are the buildings of Japan, and we are very angry.
Now let's see how you like being destroyed for once.
Yeah. And meanwhile, U-Bot, because we rarely see him and Peabody separate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that cool gimmick that we could have had, and like we used only like 3 times in the entire series. Yeah. So he figures out that giant glowing jewel is the source of the Dreamadillo's powers. Next thing you're gonna say that Kraid's weakness is its third eye.
Yeah.
So yeah, we fight it off, and then it's like, oh, Yuma, yeah, Arc. I figured out how to use the Onyx. It gave me a much greater power, but using the power of your imagination, you can make it even more powerful. So here's me hoping, are we gonna get a new form? Last episode, but are we gonna get a new form? No, we are not.
No. I was honestly thinking the same thing. Is like, are we going to get a new form here? But no. I mean, I suppose that we were going to get a new form, it would have been reported in magazine scans first.
True. Unless they wanted to be like really undercover about it. Like unlike Japan, in America, if a Red Ranger got a battleizer, we wouldn't know about it until like literally the week before.
Yeah.
Give me one quick second. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, just making sure. Okay, because I could have sworn something got unplugged, and I just wanted to cover my bases. No, how dare you unplug yourself? Okay, but for real though. Oh, and it's hilarious how sweet it's like, oh yeah, no, like your dream powers gives you the power to manipulate reality. So all you have to do is say goodbye, Arc. Really?
Yeah.
So if I dream a world where Swede stops existing, no, shh. Swede did not think that one through, did she?
No,
she didn't. But yeah, like, can you imagine if he accidentally says that in like completely out of context, like saying Beetlejuice 3 times?
Yeah. I mean, she didn't really think this through.
Mm-hmm.
But, he eventually snaps out of it because, Rutian, who looks like Yuma's dad, comes in and then is like, Hashire, Yuma.
Run. And then we see Kid Yuma like use the Panku box in order to become Arc, which is cool. Yeah. So once we defeat the Dreamadillo, like freaking what's her name is like, it's like, oh, you destroyed the Onyx? Well, guess what? Guess I will turn myself into a portal instead. And I'm thinking to myself, if you're so loyal to what's his face, why didn't you do that in the first place? Why didn't you turn yourself into a portal to begin with?
Because the plot demands it.
Mm-hmm. Yes, the plot. Just like how the F-99 just so happens to be aliens that freaking Terror Dopant was covering up.
Yeah.
Yeah. or how Ultraman Tiga turned out to be a villain the whole time. How convenient. But yeah, no. But yeah, so we get a final battle against Suede, who's wearing, yeah, you guessed it, a suede jacket in kaiju form.
Yep.
Now I'll say this. I do like the helmet design. Like it's completely concave and hollowed in.
Yeah, it is an interesting design.
Yeah, but that also means that the actual suit actor is well below the actual kaiju's head.
Yeah, just like how in the Godzilla suits, the Godzilla suit actors, the actual head of Godzilla would be above their own heads.
Yeah, just like Jar Jar Binks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, thank God Jar Jar Binks is not an actual kaiju.
Oh, gosh.
But he is a kaijin in a Q Ranger stage show. If you all remember that one. It's like, Misa fight the Q Ranger, yeah? Yeah, Misa work for Jack Mata. Yeah. Freaking so many memes. But yeah, so yeah, we have a final fight scene, and well, it's about the same as you would expect from any other fight scene in this season, but until the end.
Yeah, because he has his beam so close to her that it actually pushes him back.
Yeah,
and makes him circle around the globe.
Yeah,
to where they're literally back to back, and he's still shooting his beam, and he's like, "All right, let me freaking do something." Like
he just like wiggles the beam a little bit, and
Yeah.
then the beam just like, and then the wave just goes all the way back around. And I'm thinking to myself, let's say if this did work, wouldn't that also mean that you would end up shooting yourself in the back? Apparently that wiggle's all we needed, because apparently the wiggling allows it to like just arc upward, so it completely misses him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and goes right through Swede's head.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. We make jokes about Gohan versus Cell, Kamehameha, but this is next level ridiculous. Yeah, but at least you know that the Earth is definitely round.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ultraman disproves flat earthers.
Exactly. And almost immediately Yuma says, "Oh yeah, I have to go out into space." Why? Because I have to. Why? Because I have family, but we're family. Yeah, but you're not my only family. We are 1, 2, 3, 4/5 of your family.
Yeah, it's not really said why. It's like, okay, are you going to Ark's home planet to stop that whole wormhole that Zetsu made, or what?
Yeah, they never explain it. And again, like freaking, like they could, like I even said last episode, like for all we know, like freaking Rudion's people might arrest Zetsu like off screen. It's like, oh, thanks for taking care of Sweet. We got Zetsu done, so you don't have to worry about it. You can stay on Earth if you want to. You can leave your friends behind. Because they don't Ultra, and if they don't Ultra them, they're no friends of mine. Yeah, so yeah, Yuma just randomly leaves. And it's like, oh, maybe I could call you guys over the hotline. Yeah, but that's illegal. It's like, you can't just call 911 just to talk to your police friends.
But Red says he'll allow it.
Yeah. So sometime later, Ishido also starts packing up. It's like, oh man, it's gonna be so empty. But how empty is it? You started off with 4 people, including U-Bot.
Yeah.
Actually, with Yuppie. If you split U-Bot with Peabody, then like you got 4 people again. There, I just solved your problem. I just solved your problem for you. But then everyone gets a phone call, ring, 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 and then play the theme song. It's like, I need to say that my refrigerator's running. I need to tell him that we have a visitor. Last name Heidi, first name Ophelia. But yeah, no, that's literally how it ends. Oh yeah, and also like we get like a reverse of the outro sequence where it kind of zooms out of the office.
Excuse me. Yeah. We get a reverse of that, and that's pretty much how arc ends up until the movie comes out.
Yeah, which apparently is a midquel.
Interesting.
Yeah, I just checked. Ultraman arc movie. Yeah, the movie Clash of Light and Evil, and that movie takes place between the episodes Dreambird and The Man in the White Mask.
Oh, I see. Interesting.
Yeah. So it takes place between episodes 21 and 22.
Yeah, I was kind of expecting it to be how like the other recent Ultraman movies were, to where they took place after the series.
That would have made more sense. Especially since like we don't know what Yuma's doing out in space. We know he comes back, but we don't know what he does while he's gone.
Yeah, so is it going to be explained in Ultraman Omega if he shows up and teams up with him?
Hopefully.
Probably not.
Doubt it. They didn't really explain much about Blazar when he teamed up with Arc.
No, they did not.
Yeah. So with that in mind, I have to say, creepypasta jokes aside, this finale was even more disappointing than Blazar's was.
Yeah, it was a little lackluster in some areas. I mean, I did think that the whole beam around the whole world thing was kind of cool, but
yeah, that part was cool. So was the creepypasta parts, but as far as finales go, it just feels so rushed.
Yeah, it kind of feels like parts of it just feel like another episode, rather than a finale.
Yeah, maybe they should have had just one more episode where like he goes into space and actually fights Sesu, but yeah, no, it's like all of that is just off-screen stuff, and we don't even find out. Yeah, and we're not gonna in the movie.
No, and you think that'd be the perfect place to explain, and make people want to go see the movie too. Just be like, oh, what's he been up to in space?
Yeah, we have the perfect hook, and also like it could like you could have an end credit scene that like basically like teases us about Ultraman Omega.
Yeah, you could have.
Yeah. So starting next week, Tsuburaya is doing Ultra Stars Season 3, which we're not covering, obviously. But, it's... like, Arc had some good moments, but it just fizzled out, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest, even without the movie, Rube had a better ending.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because at least Rube had like a finale. Like it felt like you could stop the story here and feel satisfied.
It felt like it had closure.
Yeah. Here it's like there's so much left unanswered. And it's not even like the type of thing where it's like, oh, leave it ambiguous for us to figure out. No. That's not how it works. This isn't holes. This isn't lost in translation.
This isn't Code Geass at one point.
Yes. Oh, man. I miss when Code Geass didn't have those sequels. I don't even understand those sequels. Never even got to watch them. So, yeah, I wouldn't understand things that I've never watched. But the point is, it's like, yeah, like, what's going on here? Yeah, so this episode, it's an 8 for me.
I honestly agree.
All right, so with that in mind, let's talk about the kaiju designs. What are some of your favorite and least favorite kaiju designs, and what are your overall thoughts on them?
Shoot, I forgot what a lot of the names were. Aside from like Gomez, because that one's iconic. Well, I've definitely seen better kaiju than Gyobaku, Dreamadillo.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm trying to think here. Because it did have some cool kaiju designs.
Yeah.
I'll give it that. Gyobaku, I feel like could have had a better design. But other than that, most of the kaiju were fine. And as far as the show goes, it's not one of my favorite Ultraman series. I mean, it has its moments. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. It definitely has cool moments. Ark's design is pretty cool. The armors remind me of Ultraman X because Ultraman X used armors too, but they were based on kaiju. Like, for example, Ultraman X's first armor was based on Gomora.
Okay.
So, but as a show, it didn't feel as good as Blazar or other Ultraman shows I've seen, like Tiga, Dyna, or Gaia.
Yeah, I feel like it wasn't as engaging. Despite him having like way cooler powers, like the whole mirrors thing, but that's kind of why I'm more of a Kamen Rider fan than an Ultraman fan, because it's like, for me, like, the kaiju fights aren't as important to me as far as like the character element, and I feel like we didn't really have much of that character element here. Yeah,
but as a show, overall, I give it a 7.5 out of 10. It has its moments. It definitely has its cool moments, but it just wasn't as engaging or as what's the word I'm looking for? Wasn't as engaging and wasn't as
thrilling.
Thrilling, yeah, maybe. Thrilling, engaging and thrilling as like other Ultraman shows that I've seen.
Yeah.
I mean, if people want to check it out, go ahead. But there are better Ultraman series out there.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to be honest. Despite how Blazar had a fizzle of an ending, at least like the build-up leading towards it was properly paced. It's literally just that last episode that just felt off. And I'll say this, while the final fight scene in this season was better than Blazar's, again, the story left way too much stuff open that, you just need to, like, really... I mean, we had a lot of filler episodes that we just did not need. We could have just used... we could have just replaced those filler episodes with, stuff from here. Like to build up further from here. Yeah. Like, for example, we didn't need the Blazar 3-parter, but I appreciated that it existed, but those are 3 episodes that could have been better used to, like, actually build off of this. Because I know, like, this is something we really discussed before, where it's like, we're not even introduced to the main plot until episode 14. And then we just completely ignore it for another 8 episodes. Yeah, until like the last 3 episodes, which, don't get me wrong, like, some of those episodes were good. It's just, why not just make it consistent? Like, at least with Rube, they were building up to that whole gaseous kaiju thing.
Logo site?
Yeah. Yeah, like that could have, like say, I could say my issues with Rube, and believe me, I did. But even then, at least I'll give credit where credit is due. the story was properly built up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like we said, it felt like it had a better sense of closure than what Arc did.
Yeah. T got a better sense of closure.
Especially
Blazar had
with
a better sense of closure.
Oh, sorry. I was just going to say, especially with like the Final Odyssey movie.
Yeah, even without the Final Odyssey movie, it still had closure.
Mm-hmm.
Just destroy the wand.
Yeah.
Call it a day. And yeah, we destroy the giant shadow snake thing in the last from the last 3 episodes by using the glowing power of kids.
The faith of the children.
Yeah. And then oh, crisis averted, and we no longer need Ultraman's power, so the wand disintegrates. Okay, perfect. We got the perfect. We got closure. Yeah, no, I will say this: it is weird that in Ultraman that Final Odyssey was made many years after it ended, but at least it stuck with the closure, and it too had good closure. But even if you did not watch Odyssey, you still would have closure. Here it's like, and again, I wouldn't mind if this movie, like Ultraman Arc, the movie, would have closure, but it doesn't take place after. It takes place in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless there's gonna be like a situation where it's like, oh yeah, no, most of the movie takes place before. But it's all a flashback because there's something new happening here. But then again, that would just be convoluted because at that point, why are you even making a flashback to begin with? Why not just make it a proper sequel?
All right. Yeah. Well, I'm not a huge fan personally of the whole 3 weeks earlier teaser thing. I feel like, we should start our stories where they begin, not start them where they get interested.
Get out.
What?
Yeah. But yeah, no, at least we're done with this season. What are your thoughts on Bon and God, I forgot her name.
The one chick?
Yeah, the one chick, exactly. I think that just explains. I think that pretty much sums up the question.
Yeah. Bon was fine. It was cool to see Red in another acting role in a tokusatsu.
Yeah.
So, he was fine. His character was just fine.
I love how he loves dinosaurs. It's nice to call back to Ultraman. It's nice to call back to Aba Ranger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A Sentai reference in an Ultra show?
Yeah. And in case anyone tries to get us for it, her name's Rin. She didn't have that much of the way of her own episodes other than Hot for Teacher episode, which we will not talk about. Yeah, it's like, okay, she tases a rat and it becomes a giant pachycephalon.
Yeah. Somehow. Oh, you know what I realized?
Mm-hmm.
We've kind of come full circle with the Ultraman Aba Ranger thing because here in Arc, we've got Aba Red in it, and he likes dinosaurs. In Aba Ranger, they had a monster of the week who was based on Ultraman.
That's true.
Which they used for Zeltrax's son in Dino Thunder.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, the Golden Boy.
Yeah.
That's literally the name of the Dino Thunder episode. Yeah, that's when we first find out, oh, wow, the Brachiolance has a twisting function. Ooh. Yeah. And yes, and I like to imagine that what's his name? Anton Mercer is a callback to Carl Zichter because wealthy businessman tries to close down a teen recreation place.
It might be.
Yeah. It's like same MO, dude. It's the same MO. Carl Zichter and Anton Mercer are practically the same character. All he needs is Jurassic forces from the dark dimension empower me. I have become Mesagog. Yeah. Even Elsa is like freaking, she may as well be like a Doom Master.
Yeah.
And these are the vixens.
So what would you give this show on a scale of 1 to 10?
Ooh, we're skipping ahead, are we?
I thought we already did that because I already gave.
Yeah.
Because I already gave my score, but
for the episode, yeah. But what are your thoughts on Ishido and Yuppie?
Ishiro's pretty cool. I mean, he tries to be stoic, but he has this obsession with coffee.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, it's nice to have a running gag, but I feel like the joke would only keep working if they brought Zangiel as a permanent member of the cast.
Yeah.
I feel like it would have worked better if Zangiel was permanently reprising as a member of the cast. So it's like, oh, where's Ishido? Oh, he and Zangiel went off on a trip to get more coffee. Okay, that checks out.
Yeah, as far as Yuppie goes, it's a cute blue robot. So
yeah, I like Yuppie, but I feel like he was severely underutilized because there's a lot more we could have done with the fact that he could turn into two separate robots. I mean, yeah, he does help Ultraman fight in cyberspace.
Yeah, with Kanegon.
Yeah, but I feel like we could have done more with that. I still love him. He still has the best personality on that show, but he could have done more. Just could have done more. Which brings us to the main characters, Yuma and Rudion. What are your thoughts on them?
Well, as far as Yuma goes, he's fine, I guess. I mean, he doesn't do anything to annoy me or get on my nerves. Yeah. There's Ultra protagonists that I like more.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of goes with how I feel about the show in general, to where it has its moments. There are good things about it. There are good things about Yuma, but there are just Ultra protagonists that I thought were either more interesting or more likable.
Yeah.
And as far as Arc goes, aka Rudion, he's got a cool design. It did kind of bother me at first how only his neck was black and not any other part of his body. It's okay, is that just a feature of his Ultra race?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like if they gave it more detail, in certain areas, it would have worked better. I do like his cephalon, but still, it's the black part is kind of weird because you'd think it'd be more blue or purple. I don't think I've seen a main Ultra that had green on it.
No, we generally don't. Ginga does have one form. I forget what it's called, but there's cyan crystals that are around his head and his body turn green.
Yeah.
Other than that, the closest thing we've gotten to a green Ultraman is Mirror Man, which is another Tsuburaya Kyodai hero.
Yeah, and again, because I've seen blue Ultraman, I've seen red Ultraman, silver, black, but I don't think I've ever seen a green Ultraman. So, that'd be an interesting thing to see at some point. I mean, I get it because you mainly want to maintain the red and silver because those are Japanese colors, but as far as Yuma goes, I don't know. I don't hate him either, but he does feel kind of bland. It's he's not as engaging as a protagonist because it's all we know about him is, oh, he's really nice, and he lives with his grandma. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he made drawings and used the power of imagination to manifest his drawings, but we could have explored that a lot more, and it feels like they just wait until literally the last 2 episodes to bring attention to that.
Yeah, I mean, as an Ultra goes, Arc is cool. I'll give him that. I do like his armors. I do like his design. I mean, the black neck thing, I got used to it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a bad thing. It's just kind of weird. Like, why is it only at his neck?
Oh, you mean like how like in Geki Ranger, their base forms have a white neck but black decals, but then when they use their Geki Fire forms, they like their decals are white but their necks are black.
Yeah, that doesn't bother me considering I'm used to Sentai having white necks. It's just that you know, like Tiga, he has red. He has like a good amount of red and purple on it. Dinah has a good amount of red and blue on it. But here it's just
there's
like
a color balance.
Mostly red and silver, just black right here and the back of his head. And it's like not even a form change to where like he becomes all black or all red, you know, like how Tiga does.
Yeah.
Not saying he has to be like Tiga. Just saying it was just kind of
like color convention.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm gonna be honest, my issues with Yuma are kind of similar to Isami Minato, where sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, like my issues with Yuma are kind of similar to Isami Minato, where we got more focus on Katsumi than Isami. So like it's like, why is Isami even here? But yeah, like with Yuma, it's like Yuppie kind of stole the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yuppie kind of stole the show. It would have even made more sense for Ishida to become Ultraman instead. Or hey, you know what? What if Rin became Ultraman, like the first female main Ultra?
Yeah, I doubt they're gonna do that considering they target it as a boy show.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it took us forever to get a female second rider.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah. So
I mean,
as a whole season, I have to give it an 8. It's okay.
Yeah, I give it a 7.5 out of 10. It's all right.
Yeah.
Not the best, but it's all right.
All right, let's look at the comments. What did you guys have to think about Arc? Yeah, the finale was kind of a fizzle. Yeah. I was hoping it would sizzle instead. A lot of creepypasta stuff. It would have worked better if the whole season had a creepypasta element consistently. Yeah. I suppose it could. But yeah. But remember, it's a kid's show. I'm surprised they got away with what they already got away with, but it would be interesting. I mean, just look at Tokugers. Like, literally, first episode, you have kids getting kidnapped by evil trains.
Really, the only adult-oriented Ultraman series were Nexus and Ultra 7X.
Yeah. Yeah. But I totally get where you're coming from. It would be interesting if like there was like more of a sense of unsettlingness to a certain season that just stayed there, and it would even work too because again, much like Tokuger, you know, you got the colorful concept of imagination, but imagination has a dark side where when you can create dreams, you can also create nightmares. Yeah, what season will you do next? I'll give you a hint. It's similar to a season that we're doing for a different show.
It's actually, I just mentioned what it was going to be because Arc has a gimmick similar to it.
Yeah. We're doing Ultraman X. Ultraman something. Yeah. Yeah, so yes, for a brief period of time, we're doing Kamen Rider X and Ultraman X at the same time. But no, we're not going back to Lupin Ranger so that we could discuss Lupot X.
Instead, we'll discuss Sonic X.
Yes. Go, 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 go. Gotta go fast.
Or SONIC, go.
Did somebody say Sonic X? That is a great anime. I highly recommend it.
I recommend it in Japanese, though.
Yeah. I still like I grew up with the English dub, okay? Okay.
I actually have all the Japanese episodes on Blu-ray.
That's crazy. But yeah, what's it called? Hori may never take his uniform off, never brush his teeth, and he overeats. But you know what? He's still a great guy. And so is Vector the Crocodile.
Because just like how Hori is love, Hori is life. Vector is love, Vector is life.
Yes, absolutely. We're detectives. You want on your side.
Mm-hmm.
And that brings the Ultraman arc to a close until autumn season when we actually have a Blu-ray of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But with that in mind, we are done. So coming up next, Ultraman X. Wow, can't believe it. We're back to doing old seasons in batches. And there's 22 episodes.
Oh, man. I remember when Ultraman X was first announced. I can't believe it's 10 years old now.
I have an autograph from one of the English dub actors for Ultraman X.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. I don't remember who it was, but they were also supposed to be in Digimon Fusion.
Yeah. I see.
Yeah. But, Ultraman X, I can't wait to do another classic, and by classic I mean Neo Heisei season of Ultraman. Well, 22 episodes. I don't think there's a movie, though.
There's a movie.
Oh, there is a movie. Darn it. Okay, well, I hope it's on Tubi. But with that in mind, that's it. If you enjoyed, please be sure to comment, like, and subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Ding the bell icon. Stay notified for our latest videos. We're going to start doing Ultraman X on Mondays, Kamen Rider Gav on Wednesdays, Bakuage Sentai Bumuj on Thursdays, and Kamen Rider X on Sunday. So that means Sunday and Monday, we got double X. So the X side, go. Yeah. And also be sure to watch our Power Morphicon interviews. Check out our sister channel, The Buttery Show. We do various movie reviews. And to follow us, you can find us on...
You can find me at youtube.com, Axel Ranger.
And you could find me on Instagram at Boken_Kabuto and on Twitch at twitch.tv/BokenKabuto. With all that said, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to stay safe, stay hydrated, update emergency kits, hug your loved ones, and we will see you guys next time. Goodbye.